Welcome to the Top-Up Show, Saturday morning. What a beautiful morning, Glenn Pollitt and Gordon Sutherland.
Yeah, I've done 8 laps of Coogee, run around. No, I haven't done anything. I'm sitting there. It does look nice outside.
I laid in bed with my laptop on my lap, doing some form and checking the prices.
Yep.
I've been really busy.
Ecstasy. Ecstasy.
Of course, they got 4 mils in the rain overnight, so they put up a heavy 10. So, you know, the weather is going to belie the track, unfortunately. It's just, you know, a bog, and not much we can do about that. Chris Waller, he got busy with his scratching pen. You know, nothing like doing the form for the 1800 metre race and finding out Tory Joy scratched.
What a beauty it is.
Anyway.
I think the booking of Kath's often lead there too.
Yeah, but isn't it about the 52 kilos or whatever?
I know, you said that yesterday, so there's that point too.
Okay. Well, I think we've got four races with 6 runners, and the opener is now down to 5. And let's see what we can do with the market, which is your head's in the road now, Glenn. I'll just move that out of the way. Yeah, 7,000 matched their early doors on the favourite All Saints Eve, trading in the low 2s. A bit of interest in Vitesse, and the other 3 just sit there. What are we doing, Glenn? We're getting out there, and
we're getting out there. We're going to watch our All Saints Eve's parade, and if it's not at the top of its game, I imagine Vitesse might beat it. But
yeah, unfortunately, the field's too small to see if anyone would try the outside fence. Although I was thinking that because of what Gunn did 2 weeks ago,
yeah,
they're less likely to try it.
I'd say so.
Because, I mean, he did say to the stewards that he walked the track and thought the ground was better out there, and it didn't really seem to help, although it's hard to really know, isn't it? But, you know, we have seen situations where the rail in this position gets them to find the outside fence, but based on the 9-metre rail 2 weeks ago, maybe not.
Well, it seems like the only race that might happen in is race 8, and 3/4 of that field is a glorified barrier trial. So
yeah. All right. Well, the highway
disappointing fields, aren't they?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, the trouble is it's a heavy 10. That's you know, that's got a lot to do with it, hasn't it? Right. So the highway money for good money for girls already. Look, there's 2,400 sitting there wanting $5.50.
Look at that, Gord.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yes. I've got to say, I've had a little bit of money on it. Yeah,
it's better than $5.50. I'm tipping.
Yeah,
yeah. A lot will depend here on what's perceived after race 1. Not that race 1 necessarily going to be a great guide, but you know, you'd imagine that Tommy's just going back from the wide draw here, and you know, as we saw 2 weeks ago, that doesn't seem like a play that you're going to get terribly excited about. Nonetheless, Nikki Rose, who did the demolition job in course and distance 2 weeks ago, is already trading low 4s. So, but nothing doing. No one's sort of had a play there. Race 3. Where am I going here? Race 3, Masked Crusader. Obviously, Hawks has left his 2 guns in. Masked Crusader and North Pacific. We'll see how that turns out for him. Obviously, parade is key here, Glenn, but you're already suggesting that, you know, this is a tricky business for this favourite.
As I recall, its shape and the size of it, and as it's got older, I can imagine something that I've grown. But going through the race and again overnight and again with more work on the tapes, I think you're right about Varda, Mark.
Well, we'll see, hey? We'll see, because, I mean, you know, she shapes with, you know, J-Mac and up and running and sitting there and, you know.
24 hours is a long time. Yesterday you gave it none. I thought I had a great chance. Now today I've lost a bit of thing, and now you're starting to go the other way too.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mark's not doing a little bit of devil's advocate there, Glenn.
Just,
by the way,
your thoughts are like a Betfair graph, aren't they, in this game?
Masked Crusader is already getting close. It's getting close. So that for you guys out there that are watching this for free, I'd I'd sign up and get you 2 weeks for free for this race because if it's fit and ready and has a chance of handling the wet, it'll win this race.
Not a lot of action there really for a headline horse. I mean, I know it's race 3, but you know, I would have expected a bit more toing and froing there on this.
Heavy 10 detracts from action, Mark.
Yeah, but you'll see horses that like we'll go to race 4 here, and
6 runners again.
Yeah, but both looking very firm here, Quartum and 2 Run, and you know, like no one unwanted the others.
Interesting. Yesterday we had the 4-horse race Quartum come out of it. Gorb mentioned on the previous show how we'll be able to get a little bit of a guide. But the horse that ran second shitting yesterday, Rathmally missed, but did PR down the right part of the track. And the horse that ran third got beaten up in a terribly weak race. Yeah,
I'd say it's a little bit of franking there. You know,
I'd agree with that. Not 100%.
Not 100%. Yeah,
but more than the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glenn, did you catch this 2 Run is just at the one start, obviously at Hawkesbury. So you might have seen him on the TV, or is this your first blush today?
Well, first in the flesh. No, on TV. I didn't catch him at Hawkesbury. No, this is the first time I've seen him. Okay. I saw him obviously going on a straight. Looked a big, strong bastard, but no money for our roughie there, twice as special.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was fixed odds money for it. I mean, it's, you know, it's sitting out there fairly long. Look, the market seems quite polarised, you know, 5 and 9 against the rest. You know, the horse with the pretty good last start Saturday run in a shitty race, obviously. Willowheart seems despised.
Despised.
You know, there is a bit of a boom on these 2 horses, isn't there, Gord?
Yeah, definitely. I'd suggest one of them will have the ability and the to win the race, even if they don't necessarily quite handle the heavy 10. I think they'll have too much on the opposition. At the moment, I'm leaning towards Quantum.
Now, here's the feature with here's Taikamochi. You know, he's got his own way. It's just, I don't know if that's, I suppose on first blush, it seems obvious that Taikamochi's now very well suited with the scratching of Tory Joy. He is a one batter, and I think that, you know, Hippo will need to keep him rolling. Glenn, what are you saying about this now with the scratching?
I liked the tension run yesterday with more runners in the race, and I like it less today. I think Taika, you know.
Yeah, but it is Chris Lees versus the leader, isn't it? You know, it's Ray's got 3 of the 6, and they're all quite, you know, they're relatively accomplished, but you know, they've got to reel in the leader. Gord, have you got more?
Waller's got none.
Yeah, Waller. Yeah, where are you, Chris? Gord, has the scratching affected your playing of this race?
No, I was sort of a little bit opposite the Glenn there. The fact that it's such a tiny field means that attention runs more dynamic dash late. It's easy for it to get past because it won't be that far away.
Yeah, it can work that way, can't it?
Yeah, I'm not saying that's like not, yeah.
But, you know, I'm not betting in the race.
Yeah, send Gord $33, will you?
Another 33.
The 1,000-metre race, well...
We've been saying that a long time, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, now we even have guest appearances throwing it out there. Which is
some of the guests are today. Just give me 33.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a great song.
Race 6, 1,000 metres, and we thought there were 7 runners, and then 10 minutes later, De Grawen came out. So it's halved its size, and there's not much action on the fair at the moment. A theory is pretending to
got a 6-4 chance coming off a broken leg, as Gord said.
Yeah. First up, heavy 10, 40 weeks off, broken leg.
Broken leg, 6-4.
What a shit race.
I imagine that with this new configuration that the syndicates, and I mentioned on the show yesterday, might get a bit interested in Kiss My Swiss, which doesn't seem obvious based on the prices at the moment, but just a horse that will be there. And you've obviously got Beach Baby, who hasn't really got any 1,000-metre creds, and a theory out the back there off the broken leg. So, you know, fanciful dream just can't.
Good luck, punters.
race 7, the feature. Here we are.
Oh, look at this
You
money
go,
at
there's-
210, good. Look at that.
There's
5,000 just sitting.
5,000 wanted on North Pacific at 210, and there's already 8,000 matched. There's 3,700 matched on Marcinay. Look at that.
What the hell?
So
Have I missed something there? Have you guys?
it's a syndicate bet. Well, the syndicates will bet up on Marcinay here because it's on the 8-day backup off the fast run 1400, albeit at Canberra. And it's just one of those things where the answer is a pineapple, and Marcinay is today's pineapple. Anyway, what do we make of all this? Smart image, like someone's throwing $5.60 out there for you, dangling in front of you, Glenn. There's no one's done any business on the horse, but it's pretending to be long. And as I say, North Pacific and Marcinay are...
Take it.
Indeed. Well, let's
put in 1,500 on it, and you'll have 14.96.
Here we go. Oh, too late.
Oh, you bastard, Lamborn! That was for me. You're a low bludger, Lamborn.
All right. Okay. I'll split it with you. I'll split it with you, Glenn.
We finally get to see some.
We finally get to see a live bet, and it's what was it? $10.
Got $10 on. Why didn't you get the other 4, Lamborn?
It doesn't display if it's less than 5, I think. Anyway.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so look, that's fascinating from a betting point of view, 6 hours out from the race, isn't it?
Fuck you from now on. You've got to have your account logged out to show these prices. You can't just click that quick. That was funny.
I think that's really interesting because I had it down as a 2, or most of us had it down as a 2-horse race, and
this market's telling us something different. This market's almost saying it's a 1-horse race, Gordon.
Yeah, and I'm sort of happy about that because yeah,
you're in the favourites camp, so that's,
we're going to get Lamborn to $10, but that was pretty funny.
yeah.
Okay. The other sort of race of interest lost its bloody bottom 2 emergencies. Chris scratched one runner so he could get Pancho in the field. And now Man of Peace has been left alone in front as well. So obviously, You Make Me Smile was the only...
I've never seen a luckier group of connections with a horse than Man of Peace. It just seems to... It's run good the last 18 months.
You say lucky, but I mean...
No, with track conditions. And.
Yeah, I know. Man of Peace has found a succession of tracks at Randwick that just seem to...
Sympathetic's the word you would use.
Very much so.
Don't you think it's madness for a Man of Peace to be that price range? Like,
I know, but he's in a race and the rest of them are in a barrier trial.
Yeah, I know. What a terrible race.
Well,
you're not doing much today, Gord. You'll be on the lounge, dozen oysters, 8 beers, fall asleep.
Yeah, I'll just set my alarm for 10 minutes before each race.
Yeah, so make sure you pick up my calls.
Action in Brisbane there for the Ginger Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, Parade is going to mean something here. And
mean something, yeah. I can see myself having 4 or 5 different horses on top, or just going back to Man of Peace on top.
Yeah, and the nightcap.
Snipe there, Lamborn, as we go through the pages. That was so funny before.
Okay, so not much action at this stage. It's a long way off this race, and Patton will determine the betting as well. There's a bit of interest in Julian Rock here, which seems surprising, coming on, given its first up run on this course against Offshore. Obviously, the Fire Trap is an interesting runner. You've got Not Faint Hearted coming off the demolition job on this surface. And, bits and pieces, obviously, T. Berry just giving Chariter every chance, which may or may not matter, and J-Mac on the 7-day backup with Matawatapi. It does promise to be a better betting race than some of these nightcaps have been. Yeah,
I agree with that. Interesting race, lots of different angles, and I'm still happy with number 7 as one of my better bets of the day. I think I'm going to get 460, 480 about. I'm happy with that price. I think I marked it 5-2.
Well, that's a little look at the card today at Randwick. Don't forget that Dave Dwyer will be betting 110% on the last 2 races from midday to 1 o'clock. You can get on to win as much as $10,000. If you throw a monkey in his account, he will pay your RacingRant sub for 4 weeks. So that's particularly good if you are a Rant subscriber, obviously. And if you're not, you should be, because you get the first 2 weeks free. You get 6 shows a week. You get a ton of content for every Metropolitan race day. That's my assessments, hard copies, obviously Mounting Yard Mail, all delivered through the app. And you also get
you get to watch the boys argue punters, and because their family can be quite entertaining sometimes. I really enjoy listening to you two blow up at each other.
I know. I love the
because
no
one would talk.
analogy.
No one would talk to me like that, and I wouldn't talk to you guys like that, because your brother-in-law's you fucking. Oh, actually, Gord, you spoke to me occasionally.
Oh yeah.
Occasionally, once a year.
I told you I'm used to conflict.
he loves it.
I don't like conflict. I've always in conflict with the stewards. Never mind.
Okay, that's the end of the top-up show. We'll see you back on Monday for the rant, hopefully with a few dollars in your pocket from today at Randwick.
Grind a small win away today, guys, because it's tricky small card.
See you then.
Good luck, guys. See ya.